Hi, my friends and family. It's nice to see you, even though I can't see you. And today I've got a slightly lighter subject in my offering for you, and that is why I don't want to know your zodiac sign. Prejudice is deception. And the sign said long-haired freaky people need not apply. So I took off my hat and said, imagine that. Me working for you. Signs everywhere, signs. Camping in the scenery, awakening my mind. Omens and sins, they said, do this, don't do that. Can't you read the signs? Why I don't want to know your zodiac sign when I first meet you. Why would I want to judge somebody I don't even know? Why do I actually like this platform? In fact, all platforms online are set up, which seems to me in quite an overtly dark side-ish kind of way, so that we can communicate impersonally through internet video channels, exactly like the original mainstream media, like one-way communication. Perhaps it was Lucifer's grand plan to have this set up, so I don't know who's watching. I can't email or communicate with all of my subscribers. So that to create a way to communicate, such as uploading soliloquies such as this and allowing comment sections, which is somewhat, again, a censored format of electronic communication, supposedly or pseudo open source and free. We can talk without perceptual biases. The good side of it is why I like it, is because we can communicate without our looks, our age, our race, without judgment, lust, and racist hatred directly interfering, i.e., it can lessen or exasperate conflict and prejudice. Of course, yes, it can make it worse. If you think I'm cute or ugly or whatever, or stupid or too poor or too rich in spirit to listen to, and of course, all prejudice is subject to deception because prejudice is part of nature and the unawareness, the shadow of nature can be subject to deception. Actually, I'm relieved to not have to see your beautiful or ugly faces. To have to know your age, your sex, your zodiac sign, your race, and your financial bank account status size, because I'm exactly the opposite of Lucifer and Orthodox Jews. I don't think it's a good thing to know those things. It's in the way. If you are respectful and share interests with me, I don't care or want to know these details, because these facts may, and often will interfere with our ideally unbiased exploratory conversations, to where the only strange interference is the so-called chemtrails or Operation Space Fence, geoengineering, scumbag dump, making the light get weird. Could I be more, and adding more creative value to this project, even inadvertently helping me? Could I be more naturally opposed to Google/YouTube/CIA/NSA, as well as within the new Twitter's company called X, censoring, shadow banning, and deleting content that contradicts Lucifer's official inverted false reality, even if Elon Musk is supposedly not as bad with this? Well, they are maintaining through these very acts to just openly publicly be myself, you know, they're able to prevent me from doing that very much. And tell you in full transparency to just be openly, publicly be myself and tell you in full transparency, you know, I have friends and acquaintances of wealth and poverty, at least millionaires and on down to the streets and in every race. To me, the mutt or the mulatto, this is the ultimate irony of the Third and Fourth Reich. Even the gypsy or the mutt or mulatto is most often the real master race, really, because they think of Obama, except not evil. Not an evil New World Order tyrant psychopath, but like, think about how he has the strengths of several different races. This may have, mulatto or a mixed race person, individual may have strengths that we can't really comprehend in their DNA. For example, this man in Santa Cruz named Thomas, he looks like a black guy because his dad was black, but his mom was a blonde hippie, and he has never seemed, in my mind, I've never seen him act at all racist, even though he looks like a black guy, because his mom's a blonde hippie. There's no racism in him as far as I can tell, so it was really refreshing for me to meet the guy and say, well, and he's friendly and loving and nice, no shred of racism. My friend who calls himself Uncle Brian, or Brian Smythe, has held what I feel is the uncouth, or some people think is a creepy habit of asking, for example, smart, fine women baristas their zodiac sun sign when he first meets them. He'll charm them with some small talk and jokes first. He actually writes child's books. He's almost octogenarian now, and he writes child's books. If anyone's interested, I could get you in touch with him, you can just type his name in Amazon. He's a neat man, a brilliant guy, a good friend, but like myself, he has Mercury retrograde in his natal birth chart, and I feel that this is a huge factor in this behavior, and not discerning that this is kind of a rude or obnoxious thing to do, slightly. He feels apparently that this asking someone their zodiac sign when he meets them expedites the process of avoiding the suffering of cross stars, or whatever you want to call it, the what he would perceive as inappropriate. So I think about the Prince signs. Ain't no particular sign I'm compatible with. I just want your extra time and your cares. Then he'd sit down with this coffee with me and tell me, no, she's not a good match for you. Her Scorpio rising will make your Pisces heart flail and inflammation, or some other such quip. Actually, this knowledge, or perceptual bias, I would say, is an impediment. When you meet somebody, if you have to, or somehow they tell you their zodiac sign right away, because then you're going to see that animal, or what you know about this archetype from the history you've had with it, right? You see, once again, we do create our lives in this culture. We do have free will at some level still, whatever you believe or be truth within. However, we don't make trees, animals, rivers, or spirits. Yet Lucifer and their perverted, inverted black magician followers of the scientism death cult, especially more and more lately, can and do manufacture sick, pathogenic chimeras and hell structures on the face of and in this earth. And it all started and ends and stops in our minds, because we allow it, we fund it, we put up with it. I was ordained Presbyterian at 15 years old. I started Castaneda books at 16, finished them at roughly 30. I read the Tao Te Ching at 18, and then for about 2 years I studied astrology from 18 to 20. Not until I finished Castaneda's catalog in my 30s, I began to read ancient and modern tantric Buddhist text, that I really got into how the mechanics of how this works. And probably the greatest example I can give you of this in my readings, and I didn't even try to read the whole thing, is it's called the Kala Chakra Tantric ritual ceremony that the Dalai Lama has. If I said it, I'm not sure if I said the name right. The Dalai Lama has only performed this several times in his life, as it's very complex. It takes months, yet it is also very simple. And it's a mandala structure meditation. You see, we live in a hologramic reality, so basically in this meditation, you view yourself in the center of this big, huge palace. And then at each corner you turn, you ritually encounter another Buddha or deity archetype. And so it's a way of seeing yourself and your beliefs is as a hologramic structure. Yes, it is very possible that strong probability that Lucifer actually set up astrology as an early trap before his massive win, tragically, with Catholicism, for example. Just like Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Catholicism, it puts your mind into a perceptual mold or a dream prison or nightmarish hellscape of thought, if you will, a type of mind control. In this case, it's animals. You see that woman, she's not a hot young woman. She is a bull or a cow. If you're into astrology, this is what you're going to think. When you find out their zodiac sign and you don't know them, he is not an angry, vindictive, spoiled plutocrat. He's just a Scorpio. Are Bill Gates and Joe Biden even more evil as a result of this negative conditioning, knowing that they're Scorpios? Why are most of the animals, think about it, have some discernment, why are most of the animals chosen in the astrology big, selfish, violent, or pinching, killing manipulators, or a man with an inverted twin? Just because of how the stars line up? I think not. I don't want to know your sign because you are a spirit inside a flesh suit, not a crab. Am I convinced that I have to fight off the reptilians inside my mind and be a tantric master, kundalini master, and a spiritual teacher, a wisdom teacher, because those are the archetypes, because I am a zodiac sign, Ophiuchus, according to the new, the 13th sign zodiac? Give me a comment if you have any opinion on that. Does that make me more intent on controlling the reptile within? Realizing it is my job. Perhaps it is. Perhaps it is another mind control prison, and perhaps it's real. No moon sign. Maybe you can make up your own archetype. If there's no moon, like I said in my recent video, no moon sign. The moon's a fake. Make up your moon sign and make it something that's less harmful if you like. Maybe you can make up your own archetype, create your own sign. Just don't make it in the image of one of Lucifer or nature's more, say, scary or defensive archetypes, like a crab in the shell. It's been done. Okay? Within harmlessness, or Hamza, respect and discernment, enjoy the mystery of creation as much as you possibly can, yet learn and discern what you need to know and what you desire as much as possible as well. Find the balance between these two endeavors. And don't ask me to guess your sign for at least the first 3 months of conversational relationship, because to me it's rude. I don't want to have that interference. I don't want to be thinking of you as some kind of old-fashioned zodiac animal until I start to discern your psychology and think about it. I don't want to know. If you enjoyed this video, make sure, if you haven't already, click on the Irie subscribe button and the notification bell for more videos, and follow me on Odyssey if you would take the red pill in the Matrix and you want to know more of the secrets of the shadow realms and how to heal yourself psychologically and transcend it. And understand astrology really is an ancient system that can invariably, how can it not lead to negative prejudice? And of course, that's the thing I hate most about astrology, is justifying negative things about yourself, but it can help you forgive others for their negative shortcomings and deceptively justify it. Let's make this a better world, folks, and do it by freeing our mind from these perceptual prisons. Love you.